I've been sat here in the car for a good 15, 20 minutes trying to come up with an intro to this one. And, I'm sat here just talking to myself and trying to like be expressive and all of that stuff. And it's not working today. Today is Sunday, March the 23rd, year of our Lord, Lemmy from Motorhead, 2025. And I'm not even sure what the title of this is going to be, but if you're watching this now, some time has passed and I am officially divorced. I realize I haven't been dropping as much content because I'm just tired all the time. I work so damn much and not 100% sure I want to talk a whole lot about the why of it. I might put it in the description. It's not anything like detrimental to myself or to Beefy. It's just it caught me by surprise. I can say that, but at the same time it didn't. Her reasoning was that life has changed, and it absolutely has. She still has this brain thing going on. She's been off work, out of work, not working since September, October. It's now March. Going through it, taking her meds. Hashtag Mammy Gang has been back and forth a bunch of times. She'll be here on April the 8th. So by the time you're watching this, she's already come and gone. Hopefully, and hope is a shitty plan in my eyes. I'll already be in my own space where I've edited this and put it all together. I might do an unboxing video of the apartment. I don't know. But I was trying to come up with a way. Let me put the car in drive. I'm going to the range, by the way. There's a lot going on in here. And a little bit of lead therapy never hurt anyone. So I'm going there to slow my brain down so I can run my gun efficiently. Does that make sense? So yeah, our roles in the house changed and we got distant. Like I said, I never stopped working. In fact, I started working more. I was doing more hours to cover, her end since she stopped working. And in my eyes, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to work, do your job, take up the slack for your partner. This is all stuff you're supposed to do when you say I do. So I did. But I knew that there would be consequences, and one of them being I'm tired all the time. We never went anywhere, we never did anything. And she's got her own stuff too. I'm not here to bash anybody, but I really haven't had a chance to get any of this off my chest. It's been in here the last couple days, and like I said, I don't know when I'm going to put this video out. I don't, if you're watching it in the next 3 weeks from today, congratulations. It means I did the right thing and set myself up properly. Hashtag Mammy Gang says she'll help me out in doing certain things, and pretty sure she'll keep her word, right? Because why wouldn't she? I'm her favorite. So yeah, I think I'll just put it in the description, you know what I mean? I became a caretaker, which is hard work. If any of you ever done it, get in the comments, let me know. So getting up at 3:30 in the morning, going to work 12, 13-hour days, come home tired, broken, beat up, and still have to clean up after the animals, wash dishes, cook dinner, stuff like that. It weighs on you. It becomes a lot. She's got appointments and stuff all the time. I couldn't be at all of them because if I wasn't working, there was no money coming in. So I was informed on Thursday, I was at work, that she couldn't continue being this way as a married couple. She said one of us has to go. Now, for those of you that don't know, it ain't going to be her, because the house that I just left to go to the range is her house. It's always been her house. It's owned by her family. So it's not exactly going to be you, is it? That kind of thing. So I've been applying. I don't know how to do it. I've been applying for different apartments in and around the area because I still have to go to work. I'm looking more towards work just so I can, if I have to go, I'll cut my commute shorter in the morning. You know what I mean? I started on Friday, and a lot of these leasing offices aren't open on the weekend, so I'm expecting my phone to be blowing up tomorrow during the day. So I'll let my leadership know to be expecting me to be taking phone calls, and I typically don't. To catch you up, I did announce in my Discord I did get promoted at Ye Olde Job, so that's good. You know what I mean? I was talking about it before, like in earlier episodes of the critically acclaimed, internationally known, guaranteed to be Diddy free, so this is my life now podcast. I've been talking about it for a while. I got it. I put in the work. I did what I had to do. I did the damn thing, and I got, I got the promotion. I got a little raise. I feel like I'll be okay financially, but like I've never had to rent an apartment ever. The house I grew up in was owned by my family. The house I live in now is owned by her family. Like I never had to do it before. But since we live in the future, I can select certain things, and like she and I are still amicable. You know what I mean? It's not like we had some huge blowout fight and get out, like that kind of thing. It's not that. So we were joking around the other day. I was like, well, I became all bougie because of you. Like I didn't know how to do laundry until I moved here. She showed me. She taught me how to do laundry. So I'm going to need a washer and dryer in my apartment. I'm going to need central AC, central heat that I never had growing up, but I got it now. And covered parking. Because I never owned a car before now. I never had to. You get around bus and train in New York City. So these are things made me bougie. So these are things that I'm expecting. If I'm going to be paying for it, this is what I want to happen. What are you looking at? Skunk-haired old bitch. So the car is mine. They'll sign the title over to me. It's already paid for. Got to maintain it. I do want to put new tires on it, though. I got 2 slow leaks in both the passenger side tires that I put air in like 2 or 3 times a month, but from the comfort of the driveway. If I'm living in an apartment complex, I won't be able to do that without bugging anyone. My guns come with me. I'm going to leave her maybe 1,000 rounds of 9. She asked for some 9 because she does carry a Shield Plus. Asked for some 9. I don't know how much some is, so 1,000 rounds sounds good to me. I got boxes actually being delivered today. Start boxing my shit up. Foot slipped off the gas. I don't know what the fuck happened there. And I'll be taking calls on apartments and stuff like that. There are some around the area I live in now, like around here, that aren't bad. The most I want to do is maybe $1,400 a month for a 1-bedroom. It'll be just me, so it'll be me and my stuff. I'm given the next 2 weeks to get my money together, which is fine. No money's going to come out of my, this previous check or my check in 2 weeks, so I can take all that and put it toward, my own place. I do want to get a bed, a comfortable one, because I'm old and I have back problems. Doctor said I need a bacchiotomy. If you don't know where that's from, we can't be friends. I want not a couch. Hashtag Memmy Gang said we could maybe split up because we have one of those huge wraparound couches. Split some of that up, and I'll take a section of it. I'm not even 100% sure what Beefy's going to say about that, but if I can, I might do that because I already know it's comfortable. I'm at the gas station. I'm not at the range yet. So I'm going to need a bed, maybe that couch. I want a TV, at least one. Somebody defaced the Ready Ice ice machine and wrote, "Must be a juggalo" on it. Yeah, I live in Colorado. Must be a juggalo. If you don't know what juggalo is, Google that shit. There's one Fire Stick in the bedroom TV that we don't use because we use the smart TV as a smart TV, so I'll probably take that Fire Stick. Like my desk and everything is coming. I'll take one. Hello? Wow. Colorado drivers. My gun cabinet. Just my stuff, my clothes, you know what I mean? Bathroom stuff. It's stuff that only I use, like my deodorant, my lotion. Because my skin got sensitive after I moved here from New York, I use like hypoallergenic laundry detergent and stuff like that Beefy doesn't use, so I'll take that. paper towels, toilet paper, canned goods, like only stuff that I eat. Like Chef Boyardee, she doesn't eat that stuff. I do, because I'm a big kid. Uncrustables, Cheetos. Like she already decided, like, all right, this, I don't eat this. You do, so you take it. And like in my head, I'm like, all right, cool. But in my heart, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I left New York, 1,600 miles from where I was born. I left all that stuff to be with her, so she and I could be together. And I'm not blaming anybody, but for me, there was no plan B. And now there has to be. Now I have to make one. I have to force a backup plan. And again, I feel I'll be okay. I know I will. I'm a resilient dude, But yeah, you can see, like, just in my whole affect now, like I haven't been talking about it or anything like that. But I did get a haircut and a shave yesterday. So get in the comments if you feel that getting a haircut changes your whole perspective on life, because I believe it does. The next couple weeks are going to be interesting, for sure. They're gonna be they're gonna test me, my experiences over the next couple weeks. I don't know how it's all gonna happen. I know this little Jeep is gonna get some work put in on her, because like I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Like I don't need a U-Haul. Matter of fact, they got that $20 U-Haul van, don't they? The Pedo van. They have those. Maybe 2 trips in that, and all my stuff is squared away. But first things first, get an apartment. Let's do that. Again, I'm accustomed to a certain lifestyle now. Like I work 60 hours a week. I'm not gonna go to the fucking laundromat. I'm not. I'm sorry. I need washer and dryer on premises. I'm a fat boy. I need heat in the winter. I need AC in the summer. These are stuff not just that I need, stuff that I want. Like I'm too old to go without now. I work too fucking hard to go without now. And I'm not gonna. Like I'm not gonna settle for like living in a room in some serial killer's basement until they decide they don't want me there or something. I don't know. Preferably utilities included. That would be great. But I don't know, man. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Depending on my mood, I'll be documenting from time to time, a couple minutes at a time. Sometimes with the mic, sometimes without. Just like stuff that's going on in my head. And when I get situated in my new place and get internet, get my own internet and all that stuff running, I'll cut this all together and post it up. And let me know what date it is that you're watching this, because this part 1 is being recorded on Sunday, March the 23rd, 2025. But real quick, spoilers, I'm almost positive present me is thinking for future me to give Jason some spoilers before I post it. Like while I'm cutting it together, I'll probably text him and be like, oh, by the way, this happened. I'm making a video about it. Because I know he really cares about me. And I had plans for this summer for him to come with his son to Colorado this summer, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. Must be a juggalo. I'm going to get that on a shirt. But yeah, like it's 1 o'clock right now. I'll be at the range, maybe a couple hours, maybe do an ATS video when I get home. I did start my owner operator series last week, and I had fun with it. I liked it. Like I said, she and I were both amicable, right now. Like it wasn't some terrible knockdown, drag out fight or anything. It was something we both agreed on. And now I have to carry out my part, and I'm gonna. So here comes the cool After Effects transition. Well, it's 2 days later. Today is Tuesday, the 25th, and I am out of work, going back to the house. Not going home. It's not home anymore. This will always be your home. Always crept up on me pretty friggin' fast. And, in the grand scheme of my life. Which is fine. I was going to cut a promo yesterday, a small one, because I did leave work early to go look at an apartment. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But I was just so angry yesterday. From Thursday to, up until yesterday, and into today. Even now, when I got in the car to head out, the whole tone is changing. The whole mood of everything is changing. And I want you to understand, I am doing my very best with what I was given. And it ain't much in terms of time. I don't remember exactly what I said in the first part of the promo. It was 2 days ago. But I asked for 30 days. And I was given 2 weeks in no uncertain terms. And I'm like, all right, cool. I will do my very best. Like, I'm not out to argue with anybody. I don't want to fight with anybody. Up until, like right now, even now, we're being very amicable with one another. Hashtag Mammy Gang is heartbroken, and I get it. But just the whole tone and the whole mood of everything is changing day by day. And like every day I have to hear about, not in so many words, but essentially, I can't wait till you're out. Every day. I did talk to my team this morning. We have meetings every morning. I did talk to my team, and I was thinking about whether or not I should have said something, and I decided to because we have a coworker. I mentioned him on the podcast recently, as recent as a couple weeks ago, went through a divorce himself, and I think the way he did it was not correct in terms of work, because when he had stuff to do, he would just go do it and like call out. Like, you have PTO, go ahead, but like if you know ahead of time, let leadership know so we can plan ahead. Like use me in place of him when he's stuff like that. So I didn't want to do that. I do have a pretty good standing at work. I think I was actually told by HR today, like head of HR. She's in town yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and I'll talk about her in a minute. She's been helping me out. So I got with them and said, I was talking to my guys this morning. I said, listen, this is what's going on. On Thursday, I found this out, and this is what I've been doing. You're going to notice that I'll be gone, or I'll be leaving and then coming back, or I'm going to take a couple days off in the next couple weeks, and this is why. So, in the interest of transparency with my team, and they're all behind it. If you need anything, and this, that, and the third, all the good stuff. So I did talk to my team. But yeah, every day, it's like. So I went to look at this place yesterday. It's not too far. It'll add maybe 6 minutes to my commute every day, which isn't terrible. And I like that they have per unit parking, so that's good. They're numbered. Anybody parks in my parking, we're gonna have a problem. One thing that kind of bugged me was the single bedroom apartments did not have washer dryers in them, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned I need that because the hours I work, I'm not trying to spend my very limited off time doing laundry. So the 2-bedroom apartments do have in-unit washer and dryer, so I opted for that. It's a $200 difference. Stuff is included, some stuff isn't. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So matter of fact, when I get back to the house, I'm gonna take a shower and fill out the application online. This is the paper one. I don't know why they gave me a paper one, but I'll fill it out online. Upload pay stubs and all that stuff that I have on the ADP app. On my phone. I've never rented before, so I don't know what an application is for, but what they're telling me, I ask questions. What they're telling me is it's essentially a background check and a rental history. I don't have a rental history. Just essentially like if you have any evictions or like if you were out bad anywhere, and I haven't been. I don't have a criminal history, like none of that stuff. So they'll do a credit check, and mine is anywhere from fair to good. So that's not bad. I'll pay the application fee, of course, and I forget what it's called. It's on this paper here, but I'm driving. Something for a hold. It's like $250 or something like that, and it takes 2 to 3 business days, and today's Tuesday, 2 to 3 business days to get that back. Hopefully, and y'all know I believe that hope is a shitty plan, but hopefully I get a call by Friday talking about, hey, you're good to go. We checked you. We like your stuff. For me, like the first would be okay, but the first is Tuesday next week. It's the middle of the week. I'd already be losing money, like not working. So they don't have any available until the 4th. which is Friday. Outstanding. It's also a payday. So, whatever I pay on the, well, since I'm at a light, what's the stupid thing called? Oh, I gave it to HR. She has it. God damn it. And the fee, whatever it is. So like whatever the balance is, I can pay it on the day I move in, which would be next Friday. So for me, my plan is, if I hear back Thursday or Friday, hey, you can move in on the 4th, I would let my leadership know. I would take the Friday off and probably the Monday because I have a plan. I'm off that Saturday anyway, and they know what it's for. It's not like I'm dicking around because it's going to be a nice weekend or whatever. I went to HR because she happened to be in town to help me out with my 401k, and I haven't touched it in 3 years. I was surprised by the amount that's in there. Fellas, if you don't have a 401k, friggin' get one. And I've put in the minimum because they don't really match. So I've been putting in 3% for 3 years, and it's a good amount, boys. So I talked to her about it, and there's paperwork you have to do. It's essentially a loan of your own money. I'm asking my provider, my 401k provider, for $2,000 bucks, because like I know I'll have enough for rent and to move, but I won't have a bed, I won't have a couch, I won't have a TV or cabinets or anything, and that's stuff that I kind of want. A bed. I'm in my 40s now. I'm too damn old to sleep on the floor. I could maybe do it one night, but I don't know. So if Friday the 4th is move-in day, I'll go collect my keys. Well, no, if they call me this week and let me know from this weekend until, like, I'll just be slowly breaking down and packing up my stuff. And then Friday, like, I'll go collect my keys and then make very many trips back and forth in this little Jeep. My plan is to go to, I think it's American Furniture or whatever the shit it's called. I know a dude from the range. He's a manager over there, and he told all the boys, hey, whenever you come in, just come in and see me. I don't even know his name, but I know what he looks like. So I'm going to do that. Maybe a queen size bed. I'm not getting a twin. I'm too damn big. I'm too old. Maybe a queen size. A dresser. A TV stand. I could get a TV. At least one. I want two, but and the goal would be, like, as I'm moving my stuff, go to American Furniture first, order all that stuff, and set up a delivery for either that weekend or, if they can't, on Monday. So if I take the Monday off, call up the internet people. I think it's Xfinity. Call them up. Let's say I hear this Friday, hey, you can move in next Friday. I'll call up Xfinity. Hey, hook me up next Friday or Saturday or whatever. I have a plan. So I think it's a good plan. I'd like to stick to it. And, like, not be a burden, So the place I'm looking at is 2 bedrooms. So I'll essentially set up the office space I have now, Murder One and my Gundery, in the other room. So realistically, how big of a change would it be? But it would be, like I said, just me. So, but I'll figure all that out. I did go check out another spot today, and in the complex, like, they have parking and all that stuff. It's gated, cool, but it's one of the renovating units that they're still in the process of renovating. So I don't know. They're telling me, oh, you can move in on the 1st. Not the way by it looked. So they had the front door open and the rear door to that complex open. Walking toward it, not even close to it, you could smell the bug spray. Like, oh, okay, maybe it's not coming from here. It was coming from there. Walked in with the agent. They got the sticky glue traps in every corner with roaches already on them. And, like, you know I can see this, right? The shower head was 2 feet below my chin. Like, oh, okay. How you like the patio? It's cool. I'll just take the application. I'll go now. Bye. And for that 1 bedroom was only $100 cheaper than the 2 bedroom that I'm going to apply for right now. So why the hell not? There are trade-offs. So, but yeah, that was my day today. I did have an appointment for tomorrow to look at another place, but That place was actually on the way back to work today, so I stopped in over there. I was already off the clock, so why the hell not? So I stopped in over there, and shithole, just all the way shithole. It's around the corner from the local high school. So behind the school, there were 6 units of APD, Aurora Police Department, just posted up. Mean mugging, and I'm hood certified. You're not gonna mean mug me, I'll mean mug you back. And they're doing construction and all that stuff. So I pulled into the property. The leasing office is like in a cubby hole somewhere. I'm like, yeah, this ain't good. So like there was garbage everywhere. There's dumpsters, but there was garbage everywhere. Like that's a bad look. Like, I'm from a bad neighborhood and I know one when I see one. So that's when I decided I'll just go with the place I went to yesterday. So I'm going to fill out that application after I shower and like try and mellow out. I'm doing my best, like I said, up here in here to stay mellow. If she wants to tell me every day about how unhappy she is and how hard it is, so am I. And it's hard for me too. And I'm the one looking to leave. It wasn't my choice, but I'm doing the best with what I was given. So maybe an update coming Friday, fingers crossed. Like if I hear before, if I hear like Thursday or something, I'm gonna fill out the application today. No, it might be Friday because the agent is actually out of state right now. He did tell me yesterday, so he'll be back Friday. So realistically, if I hear back on Friday, I'll cut another promo. But until then, here comes the dissolve. And then here we are on Friday. It is the 28th? Pretty sure. Put the car in drive. I am leaving work. I am the last body out. Because I was deciding whether or not I wanted to cut this bit of the promo, but I remembered before I walked out that I did say in the previous segment from, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, that if I got some good news on Friday, being today, that I would. Here I am. But first, leaving work now. It is 5:30, and I would have left a while ago, but today was our big mandatory everybody come in meeting. Like even the people from out of town, like Wyoming, Durango, stuff like that, they come in for this meeting. It's in our contract. It's mandatory for promotions. And I thought it was going to be more people. It was me from the warehouse and one other person on the sales team. So the meeting didn't actually take that long, but I knew I was getting promoted, obviously, and so did Alex. So we thanked who we had to thank, made little speeches and such, took one big group picture. I had some cookies and some cake, and I fucked right off. So I'm headed back to the house with some good news. I mentioned in the last segment how I was feeling about the way things were going. Like you can't come at me and everything you're saying is not saying it directly, but essentially I can't wait for you to leave. So today, while I was on lunch, actually, I was checking my email as I do, and I got the email from from the place I went to on Monday to check out, the little 2-bedroom, washer and dryer included. What's the word I'm looking for? Assigned parking, which works for me. That they accepted my application. So, yay. I'll probably head over there on Monday to finalize, because Mondays, at least while we're slow in the slower season, I'll only work 8 hours on a Monday. It'll offset all the overtime that I do, because I think I've mentioned before, I don't like going over 60 hours, and I tend to a lot. So this was from leadership. It was their idea to offset all the overtime. So I'm on board with it. The guys don't have to do it. I'm opting to do it. So probably I do have to work tomorrow. Probably after work tomorrow, I will shower up and start putting boxes together and just start stowing my gear. Just start putting stuff away. I have a pretty good map of what I'm gonna do, like how I'm gonna do it. I have boxes. I did tell my leadership move-in day is Friday the 4th next week, so I'm gonna have that Friday off, and I'm off that Saturday, and I'll take the following Monday off. So that'll give me ample time. That means a lot. to get my stuff situated. Where I'm going now is maybe a 3-minute drive from the house, so I know me and this little Jeep are gonna be doing some laps. I already know how I'm gonna fit majority of the stuff in here. My Gundary desk and my PC desk, I want to say I'll just like put some tools on them and take the legs off, right, and just slide it into the back of the Jeep. My supervisor actually, he offered me his. He's got a 4Runner and a trailer. He offered me his vehicle to use while he's at work. Like I could just drive this to the job, pick up his car, and then use it for the 4 or 5 hours that he'll be at work, and I'll just take it back. I don't know though. I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's stuff. You know what I mean? But like I said, me and this little Jeep, we've been through a lot. Can you see my my promotion certificate back there? So that's good news. I'm happy about it. Beefy's happy about it. Hashtag Memigang is happy about it. Now it's just a matter of, like I said, I know more or less how I'm going to be packing stuff up and what I'll be like. I'm not going to leave a whole bunch. Like for what? You know. Hashtag Memigang suggested maybe getting a small storage unit for anything that I'm not taking or can't transport. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that I have, like the bigger stuff, is either disassemblable or collapsible. Something like that. I haven't accrued a whole bunch of stuff over the last 6 years. I haven't. Whenever I get new shirts, I throw old shirts out. Stuff like pajamas, same stuff. When I get new PJs, when I get new underwear, I throw out the old ones. Because that's what you do. You get some stuff and then you lose some stuff. So, I think my clothes will be last. Because we have those big contractor bags in the garage, like the body bag size ones. One whole side of my closet can fit in there. Yeah. It's coming together. I did feel a certain type of way yesterday with trying to be delicate. That's difficult for me. With a bit of conversation that was being had, and I tried really hard not to lose my cool, and I didn't because there's no need for that. I don't think there is. It's not necessary. Up until now, and I guess for the foreseeable future, we've been nothing but amicable toward one another. We're not fighting at all or anything. So, just time, is playing a factor. So we just continue as we am, and yeah. So I won't be recording like any games and stuff because I think this weekend I'll start breaking down all my PC stuff, just because that it's so much, it's multiple monitors, and I might whatever I don't take, honestly, like stuff like that, I might just junk it. I'm not even 100% sure, but I might. I use two monitors and her hand-me-down PC and mouse and keyboard. That's it. And then my sim stuff, my sim driving stuff. That's realistically it. Like I don't have a gang of peripherals. And the ones I do have are like they have a spot on a shelf that I'm taking with me, that all my pop figures and stuff are on, that you can see in my videos. I think guns are gonna go first, like case them all up and just transport them. I don't know if my gun cabinet can fit in this Jeep. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna find out together. I can't fold it. That would be great. It doesn't disassemble. It doesn't come apart at all. It is hot right now. It doesn't disassemble one bit. So I'll figure it out. We do have a dolly in the garage, a hand truck, so I'll use that to move it, but I don't know if it can fit in this little Jeep, but maybe diagonally? And just make transporting the gun cabinet one whole trip. Maybe the gun cabinet and some ammo, like some cases of ammo. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do need to talk to the management company, get the keys and all that stuff. Move-in day is tentatively April the 4th. That's next Friday. I'm excited. I'm terrified. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am scared to death. I've never been like really alone. So I know it's going to be an adjustment, but like I'm in a better place. Like in the last 6 or 7 years, I'm in a better place more recently in life than I've ever been. Like I've said before, like I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do things to harm myself intentionally. So, except for going to work. But when you're in your 40s, everything hurts. I told you I got some blood work done at work actually last week on Thursday, and the results came back. My cholesterol went way the hell down. It was, I think, 340 last year. I don't know if that's high. The doctor says it's high, and he's a doctor. It's like 163 now. Everything except my waist that was in the red last year is now deep in the green. I have the results on my phone. I'm pointing over there on my phone machine. I just pointed at my work phone. Being leadership, I have a work phone now. When I was growing up, the only people I knew that had two phones were drug dealers. That's kind of still true, but you know what I mean. So I'm headed back to the house. It is Friday. Me and the boys, we're gonna go in, I think, an hour earlier tomorrow, just to button up some work, because for this meeting we did close at 4 instead of 5 like we normally do on a Friday. So we're just gonna button up some stuff from today that we didn't get done, and then just do Saturday stuff, clean up and stuff like that. Yeah, man. I think I got one more segment for this video in me, and I might cut that promo on Monday, right? Like if I go talk to the management people, I might cut that bit on Monday and then make that the whole video, and then maybe do like a MTV Cribs thing when I eventually move in, like get all my stuff situated and stuff like that. So for the third time, I think, here comes the cool transition. And just like that, it is not Monday, it's actually Wednesday. I know I said Monday, but what did I do on Monday? Oh, I went to go finalize everything on Monday. Everything was ready for me to move in Friday, and I think I just spaced it on Monday. Like on the way back to the house, I turned some tunes on, and it's like a 2-minute drive if I'm not giving up too much as to my new location compared to my present location, which by the time you're watching this will be my old location. And everything was everything. Got the welcome home letter in my email machine today, so I got to call Excel for energy and the water company too. Something I got to call somebody and give them the apartment number, give my name and stuff and things. But it's happening. It is happening. I am a very big mix right now of excited and terrified, like scared to death. I think I mentioned in the previous segment that I've never been alone. Like I've been by myself, but I've never been alone. Like in my place with, my security at risk. No, I have guns. It's fine. It's all becoming very real now for me. Feeling feelings that I didn't know were a thing. Like you I don't know, man. Like, and it's not like Beefy and I are fighting. Like we're not at each other's throats every day, and we're not. Like it's an agreed upon amicable split, but I'm going through a litany. There's a school word right there. A litany of feelings I never felt before, and I think part of the reason too why I haven't been cutting like mini promos every day just to add on to this is because of those feelings that I'm feeling for the first time every day, and like I was like just angry, just so angry about the whole thing. And I think what they say is true, time heals all wounds, and just like going day by day and letting it letting what's going on like marinate in here.
Incoming call.
Holy shit.
Press Uconnect phone button to answer.
One moment, please.
Call completed.
All right, so typically I put my phone on airplane mode when I'm cutting these promos, and I didn't, and my supervisor called me for something. I forgot something, and he took care of it. He's still there. What was I saying? So, time healing all wounds. I'm a firm believer in it, especially now, because like I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be just like fly off the handle kind of shit, but for what? Like I said, Beefy and I aren't fighting it. It's my gun box fell over. It's something that, well, it's not like we both decided on it, but like she presented it to me and gave me, for once, to her credit, gave me facts instead of feelings, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. So let's do this. And we haven't been mean to one another. We've been very amicable to one another. It's a school word again. I like whatever up here, you know, fired up emotions were going on. Like, turn this heat off. Have since died down because I as the time passes, as days go by, like coming up on 2 weeks tomorrow, I'm realizing things, you know. I can't blame her for anything, and like I'm disappointed. Disappointment is a feeling, right? I felt really disappointed, like this, to me, because I thought, you know, I changed my life and I turned things around, and I'm not doing the things I used to do for the better, that I deserved the happy ending, you know what I mean? And to say I'm not disappointed would be a lie. But she asked me the other day, actually, was it yesterday? All these days are running together when you work the hours I do. But what happens if we get okay again? Meaning she and I. Well, that's a damn good question. I don't know. And like for right now, I'm still in self-preservation mode, like trying to, you know, protect myself and deal with what I have to deal with by myself, and like take care of business, you know, responsibly. Do what I'm supposed to do responsibly. That's a tomorrow thing, and I'm focused on today. That's what I got to do. I got an alert earlier that my bidet and my shower head showed up to the house, so that's cool. I did ask the agent, the leasing agent. I was like, yeah, because you know what, I'd never rented before, so if you have any questions, ask questions. So I did. I did read the lease. You're not really allowed to like change anything big in the place. So I said, well, you know, I looked in the shower, and the shower head is like right here on me, like looking right at my nose. I was like, well, I'm a tall dude. So I asked him, I said, can I get one of those, you know, detachable, you know, elevated wand thing shower heads? He's like, yeah, just save the old one, keep it under the sink or whatever, and that's fine. I said, okay, now I have a real question. Can I install a bidet? Fellas, look at me, all right? If we're around the same age, like in our 40s, and you're not washing your ass with water, like thoroughly, especially if you work in the trade, if you wear like high-vis colors to work and you don't wash your ass, you're what's part of the problem, okay? Okay, I can't blame the Kardashians for everything. I'm gonna start blaming you for it. It's life-changing, okay? Getting a bidet is life-changing. So I use what's called Tushy. Apparently there's a 3.0 model, so I got that one on Amazon, delivered right to the house. It installs right into the pre-existing plumbing. All you gotta do is turn off the water that comes into the house before it, you know, goes up to the toilet tank, and it's got your in and your out. You install the apparatus under your toilet seat, secure it, run your water line, and that's it. That is it. It comes at different angles and different strengths. I didn't opt for the warm water because I don't want to sit there and wait for it to warm up. You know what I mean? But fellas, look at me, okay? If you work in it, like I'm dirty right now. When I go into the house and I hit the pot, you turn on your bidet, and you feel that water splash you right up in your muffler. Brand new. You'll be a brand new man, okay? So yes, I get to install a bidet in my toilet. So So there's that showed up today, so I'll take that with me. It's a lot, you know, and like I told my leadership at work, like what's going on with me, because I will be needing time off. Friday is move-in day, so I'm off on Friday. I'd like to get it all done and dusted before Monday, but I also requested Monday off just in case. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got to call Excel, I got to call the water company, I got to call Xfinity. You know, I gotta start looking into furniture. I don't have any. It's fine. It's 2-bedroom. There is carpet in the rooms, in the bedrooms. I'm not a fan, but I already have a plan. You know what I mean? Like I wear my Crocs every damn wear, so I'll clean the shit out of them and just leave them at the door. It's all like, it sounds like a long time, but it's not. 2 weeks is not a long time. And like it's for me, it's coming to a head right now. Like it's happening. This is happening, and I'm sure, I'm very positive it's all gonna like compound on me someday, but not today. Today I have things to do. Tomorrow I have things to do. Friday, this weekend, I have things to do, and I aim to do them. I have to do them. Nobody's gonna do them for me. Nobody can do them for me. That being said, I don't know when I'm putting this video out, so if you're watching it and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Okay? The So This Is My Life Now podcast is gonna, I guess, start a new season. I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I know I want to keep doing this. If you noticed, and I hope you haven't, I haven't done a gaming video in a while. Like I started my owner-operator series on ATS. I started the Freedom Farm on Farm Sim 25, and life happened. You know, shit happens. Like, what can you do? I can get mad about it, or I can make the best of it. And hashtag Mammy Gang is coming into town on Tuesday, I think. So she'll be here. I kind of feel like a failure. You know, disappointed in myself. But I'll endure. I will persevere. I have to. You know, I'm very fond of myself, of this life that I built, that she and I built. She helped me build. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I got my application accepted at this place as fast as I did because she helped me build my credit, like rebuild it. I didn't give a shit about it when I moved here, and she did. She, you know, took it upon herself to help me, to help us. Does that make sense? Oh, shit, garbage has to go out. But whereas nobody did, you know, not even me. Nobody did before, and you know, it's my duty to upkeep that kind of thing. Yeah, there's my bidet on the stoop. To upkeep that kind of thing, because now it's just me. You know, there's gonna be a lot going on. You know, with me and with stuff and things, and so I think that's gonna call it for this one. I know it's a bit long-winded. So this is my life now.